this time.
And so Ms. Lika explains about the 5 clues. The first one, the tape was used so that everybody will think that Mr. Scientist was on stage giving speech. Sure, it was his recorded voice on tape. This tape found in the garden. Second was about the 10 minutes delay. This was to call Mr. Victim and make him come to the exhibition. So when Mr. Scientist put his voice record tape on, he could secretly go outside and meet Mr. Victim on time as he was planning. Third was a suitcase, which he used to place the fainted body of Mr. Victim. So after Mr. Victim was done, Mr. Scientist could go back to the stage where it was black. And so when the lights went on, people could see Mr. Scientist standing on stage. This was why Mr. Scientist didn't want his assistant to carry the suitcase. Instead, he let the guard carry, who had nothing to do with this case.
His host. You said that you heard a noise outside in the night. Is that true?
Yes, it's true.
This was one thing that helped the pieces come together. Mr. Scientist, you were in Mr. Victim's garden that night to lock Mr. Victim in the room we found in the ground. Yes, but on the wall with my previous picture, there was a door beyond.
And so,
yes, I found your uncle alive. Yes. Mr. Victim, I think now is a good time to come in.
Impossible. I would take peace with me. I totally did. Totally killed you.
Mr. Scientist, admit your guilt.
Mr. Scientist, I thought we were close friends. You always encouraged me. I know it's not.
Sometimes I felt like I couldn't go on because of the stresses and pressures the public put on. Do you remember? Once I got completely healed towards art and felt like I couldn't draw anything. And then you came. You gave me the colors in the world of art. You gave me the idea of science, the beauty of the nature.
Gave you ideas. You already had one. The stolen one.
Solo one?
Yeah. You told me all your problems. Uncle. If you only have one, I don't think you have to know how you told them one. If you didn't solve my uncle's dream, you have been able to give your dream.
I don't understand what you mean by stealing, Mr. Scientist.
My uncle was the best artist in the whole universe. He studied a lot, he won the universe professional contest many times, and then his unique art has been planning to publish. You came and stole the idea from him. He hasn't solved his artwork. He has been very disgusting.
You don't understand me. You're misunderstanding me.
Misunderstanding, how do you say that? Wasn't your best friend of him? You knew all the problems he had, but not. Look, but when did you suddenly want to steal his artwork? Weren't you a best friend of him?
Because I was the best friend of him, I knew the best choice for him.
Yeah, right. Your choice was to break his dream.
No. I told your uncle many times. I tried to convince him to be brave. Thought the public would put pressures on him. Like I had once, like you saw me feeling terribly sad and depressed. I told him to stay here with his family. But he wouldn't listen. Thought that it would be better for others and him too. But he couldn't. He wasn't brave enough.
My uncle was brave. He never looked back. He told me to be a brave person.
He used to be once. His society shine so strong that sometimes he gave me naturally energy and strength. But one day, Sunday, he came to me with horror and told me that he couldn't go on. I was shocked. And then he had the choice to start everything all over again. Move to another city. Change his identity and abandon everything behind.
How was the planning for the? What was he planning for?
He said that he could have it, throwing a Fuji, but he could never do it. It was his story. The next day, I heard from your uncle that he had already published it in my name.
Then why did you tell later that everyone that my aunt was showing?
I was going to, but the painting was ready to go already. Even thought I could have told the public. It would have been miserable for my friend. He wouldn't have wanted it. He wanted to start everything all over again. I'm sorry, Mr. Scientist. I didn't know. I didn't want to hurt you. And I didn't know what I should have done instead. I really didn't know that you would misunderstand it so much. I'm sorry, sincerely.
No,
I'm sorry.
it's okay.
No need to worry, my friend.